The stage is yours.
Great. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you for coming out. I'm enjoying your beautiful sunny Florida. Now, you know Hindu phobia is real in America. Now, there are many forces who are working against Hinduism. Dismantling of Global Hindutva Conference, Equality Lab, there are many university professors are out defaming Hinduism and also anti-India. So there are many universities and many counties are right now looking into implementing new caste related laws, and soon in your own Broward County you may have same thing, caste related new laws may come in. So I mean, I would question you all, are you really prepared to for that day if you find out that in 3 days there is a hearing about it? So that's something to think about. Now, I've been in Florida, I mean, for 1 month, and I talked to many Hindus, mainly retirees, and talk to about this subject comes up, and you know what they say is that I have no interest in politics. I work my life, I have a good life, I want to enjoy. That's it. Now, I have to clarify or that it is not about politics, but it's the survival of our culture. And more importantly, it will be in your own home. That because Hindu phobia comes in many colors. And so let me explain you what I mean. 2 days before, I met one lady, and she says her 5-year-old grandchild is telling, "How come you have brown skin?" And then even 5-year-old child, he start asking some questions, and this lady is telling me that it makes me really nervous, and I don't know how to react. I mean, it's just a 5-year-old child. So she feels that the child has some kind of superiority complex, and that's sort of Hindu phobia results. Even though she is a highly professional, successful person in life. In your own home, you have seen that your teenager child will tell you that you are a racist. I don't believe in all those Hindu rituals. I don't want to go to mandir. These pandits, oh, they are boring us. So that's always an issue, how to deal with teenager kids. Once the child goes to college, those same child, they will not date another Hindu because of some superiority complex. If you ask a Hindu college student, I bet most probably you're going to answer, if you ask what is your religion, they will answer that my parents are Hindu. Because to say I am Hindu in college campus, it's like Hindutva, fascist, racist, some old timers. This is all because of Hindu phobia. Going in their life further, marriage, my own survey shows that 38% of our Hindu children marry to interfaith, meaning Christian, Jews, and Muslim, and are also raising children in majority of such cases as non-Hindus. Now, collectively, let's say you are taking your last breath on this earth, and then you are reflecting back on your life, and you realize your hard-earned money, which you sweat for it, is now you're going to pass it to the benefit of some church goer or some madrasa goers. And at that time, it will really hurt you that, is it the reason I came to America? So what I'm trying to say is Hindu phobia comes and will hurt us in many, many forms, even you did not expect it. So now the question is, how to deal with Hindu phobia and how to save our culture. So again, I feel there is no reason to be pessimist. Hinduism has survived even thousands years of Muslims and Christian rules, and there is no reason we need to be feel down about it. Uh, this is a new land for us, so we need to learn how to deal in this new land. Now Hindus are, or they are always, highly educated. Many of us have money. Now we're gaining the knowledge what it takes to be in America. So we should be really well prepared in next 5-10 years to defend Hinduism. And we will make a big difference. So I'm confident about it. Now here, my objective today is to channel your energy in a positive direction. And again, I'm not asking you to do more work for Hinduism, but to work more efficiently and where it matters most. Now, regarding Hindu phobia, you have already done so much. For example, you have a beautiful temple, and also you have a very active Balvihar. So that's already, you have done amazing job minimizing the Hindu phobia. So congratulations for that. Now today what I'm going to do is I'm going to propose 5 different new avenues. And again, these are all interrelated. And I wish each of you will pick up one avenue, new idea to implement in your society, in your temple, whatever your group. And those who are interested, I'll be glad to work with you hand in hand for that. So with that, number 1 of 5 is jail chaplaincy. When you say jail, it could be prison, jail, or juvenile center, male and female. And you may ask, what is chaplaincy? So chaplaincy, I'm a Hindu chaplain in San Francisco and jail system, and also Santa Clara jail system. So I'm called to go inside the prison. I go meet the inmate whoever is interested in talking to me. I sit one-to-one right inside those barbed wire and have good conversation. And when I walk away, and if I make his life, I can make his life little better, happier. It just gives me a lot of joy. Second question you may have is, yeah, that sounds interesting, but what is the qualification? You know, 0. I called up your Broward County Jail administration, and they says you need to have a good ID and some simple process. You sign up and you are certified to go inside the your jail system. Other question you may have is, how about the time commitment? Because I'm too busy. No problem. You will have hardly 2 to 5 times opportunity to go inside the jail. So this is the kind of thing where there is the least work you will do on jail chaplaincy, but you can go out to society and say, I'm a jail chaplain. It looks so good on you. So I mean, it's a high reward kind of work if you think in terms of business terms. Now, it's interesting. I was in the jail. They showed me the library. I opened the jail library for chaplaincy. It was full with Bibles and Quran. I said, how about Gita? He says, Gita? What is Gita? They never heard about it because no Hindu has entered the jail system as a chaplain. So what I did, that I called up Hare Krishna people. They immediately shipped 20 books to the library, and so they had books are filled. You know, within 2 months they call back. All 20 Gitas are disappeared. They want more. Point is, the inmates, I don't know whether they are Hindu inmate picked it or even Americans wanted to know more about Gita. And the Hare Krishna, they are glad to send it out. So it's you don't have to do nothing. And now we keep on shipping Gita as and when they want it. So it's something you must do it as a part of your temple. And telling little sarcastically, if you don't go, don't worry, Christians and Muslims are all over inside the jail anyway, so they will take care of even Hindu inmates. By the way, if anybody is interested in more about jail chaplaincy, reach out to me and I can give you more info. I can walk you through that one. So that's about jail chaplaincy. Now the second point is interfaith councils. Like Naresh Pathakji just said that he goes to different churches and mosques and all that. Uh, Interfaith councils are the councils of different faith leaders. They get together. I checked in your area, there are several of interfaith councils. And actually, interfaith councils are very influential because different faiths get together and you discuss each other's faiths and issues and problems. I'm a director of one of the Peninsula Multi-Faith Coalition in our area. And I just wrote one article on caste. And I gave it to my Christians and other Jewish friends. And amazingly, they read it, they point out a lot of, Dilip, write it this way so it gets it little better, it will be more effective. There is so much to learn from them. Further, when I go to their mosque and church and synagogue and all that, and then I come back to my temple and it says, guys, let's change this thing. There is so much to learn from the way they run their religious institutes. So I would highly recommend all Hindu leaders to be part of at least one interfaith council. I always tell interfaith leaders that, and still many don't buy into it, they want to work solo. They think that interfaith leaders are hopeless. They will never support us because they will always go against Hindus. Wrong. It would be a grave mistake to fight alone for Hindu cause. You must involve all the other interfaith leaders and for our cause. The one question you may have is interfaith councils. What is the time commitment? Generally, you will end up attending 1 or 2 meetings a month, meaning maybe you will end up spending 2 to 4 hours a month time-wise. But at the same token, I've made so many friends there, and it's just so much joyous to be part of them and plan joint activities. So definitely consider interfaith councils, and I can again help you walk through that one. The third point is you should go out to local schools and colleges and talk about Hinduism. Why? In America, 95% of material you read about Hinduism is written by non-Hindus, and many for evangelical reasons. And 99.9% of teachers who are teaching Hinduism in America are probably surely, they are non-Hindus. So non-Hindus teaching Hinduism, it's not going to be, they're not qualified to be learning. They cannot, whatever, practicing Hindu has a lot more to offer to that. So when you propose your local school teacher that, how about if I come and take one class? Generally he has 5-6 classes they take on Hinduism, probably covering maybe 1 month or 2. And you come and you say, I will cover it. They'll be, come on over. 1 day of less work from you. Here they learn directly from Hindu. And whenever we go and talk to schools, the children get so excited and they get so fascinated about Hinduism because they are learning straight from practicing Hindu. So there is a big difference between learning from textbooks or some Christian Jews teaching Hinduism versus learning straight from practicing Hindu. So that's why I started this HinduSpeakers Bureau. We have some 90 Hindu speakers around the world. And last year we made 40 presentations and hope to make 200 this year. So what you need to do is we have already an email. You write it to all local schools everywhere, including Catholic schools in your area. Then when they invite you, we have already slide ready for you. And also we will give you, I have almost 5 different presentations what other speakers have done it. So you view all of them and you prepare your own presentation. We'll also go through practice run with you, and we have many experts on our speakers bureau, so we'll help you. We have also 300 question answers. So point is, we will take care of, help you out in fully. And once you do one presentation, bet you will be so excited and you want to go again and again and again. So again, any of your Balvihar teacher, religious teacher, will be perfect for this one, or any of those you Hindu leaders. So that's on being Hindu speakers. Reach out to me at HinduSpeakers. Google search hinduspeakers.org or Hindu Speakers Bureau, and you will have all the information what it needs to be. Again, reach out to me, and I'll be more than glad to connect to you with different people. Now, the fourth point, interfaith marriages. My own survey shows that 38% of our children married to Christian, Jews, and Muslim in America. I've been working on this field since 2006, written 2 books on it, given hundreds of presentations all over. Now, I am not against interfaith marriage. If somebody wants to marry to Muhammad, I'm the first one to support it. But I have a concern with the religious conversion. And I keep on insisting, and that's my main point, that the children should be raised in 2 faiths. We need to be pluralists, we need to be respecting all. That means children will be given the 50-50%. One day to mosque, other day to church, third day to synagogue, whatever. And if you present it right way, and I'll help you how to present it, your son or daughter normally who is against you and saying you are fascist, racist, you don't understand, if you present them the way I am presenting, or I have presented in my book, all of a sudden your job will get easy. So anytime, any issue, if you notice somebody, son or daughter is in interfaith relationship or already married, and if they want to discuss, I'll be glad to talk to you anytime. So for that, I request you plan a separate 2-hour presentation with everyone in your temple or whoever wants to learn. And basically I do is go through complete what it takes to be a interfaith marriage consultant, where I go through completely what are the issues, why children thinks this way, what it says in Quran, what it says in Bible, what it says in Torah, and what you do on the day your daughter comes out, you are nicely having a cup of coffee, and she comes and, Dad, Mom, I'm in love with Muhammad. I have found that the Hindu parents on the first day make so much mess by saying, number one, that interfaith marriages are bad. Second, you cannot trust Muslims. They will not, or something like irrational statement. You lost your case. The patient is dead on arrival. Instead of that, I will tell you how to proceed about it. So again, making it short, plan that 2-hour session. I will train you to be an interfaith consultant, so that way you can go educate others. So now my 5th point and the last point, and later on we will go on question answers on that, and that is Hindu phobia. Now, as I told you that there are many dedicated organizations, they are going against Hinduism and India. Now, at Santa Clara County, which is in the Silicon Valley County, I learned it 2-3 days before that they have a hearing because they want to introduce caste as one of the discriminatory policy. So we immediately jump on it, and what we did is that we work with Hindu American Foundation, Kohana, Hindu Swaksam, Hindu Speakers Bureau, and many other organizations. Luckily, it was on our own turf. We find it out who are the board members, and we had make some personal contact with them to make our point heard. And after first hearing, where we did very poor show, but at least we managed to request them to have a second hearing. And when we had a second hearing, we got more times. We gone through, prepare 20 different speakers. You have to give 1 minute, 60-second speech. So we gone through practice run. Everybody has a practice run. Who will cover what points? And we did such an amazing job. and those videos are already there. In the end, bottom line, the Santa Clara County decided not to get involved. This says it's just too complex. This is not county's job to get in this caste confusion. So that was, I call it, it's a good show. We did it that. But recently, it was a Cal State University. They implemented the same caste law. Unfortunately, I learned it just 2 days before. Not that I'm the expert on it, but point is, the way we presented, or the way it was very, we did not perform well there. They gave us very short time. They cut off many Hindu speakers, and basically they came with a predetermined mind, and now it's going to be a law. So the point here is, caste is the same issue in America. Why Santa Clara County decided not to bother with it, but Cal State University thinks that that's a wonderful things for Cal State to implement. The difference is the way we had chance of expressing our opinion at Santa Clara County, but Cal State, we did not know who are the stakeholders. We did not know all those contacts in universities. It's something foreign to us. So I think our show was miserable for sure. So point to you is, assume now next hearing is in your Broward County. How are you going to get prepared? Assume that it is next week. Start working on it today. Then I hope not, but if that day come, you will be so ready to work with the politicians. Go reach to all those politicians. Go reach to all those stakeholders. Get the list of all those board members who are going to be vote for it, including make best contact with the secretary who is taking, or assistants who is taking care of mailing and stuff, because she gives you a lot of tips that here is coming up these things, we work this way, and this is the way you'll be allowed. There will be video recording or not, something like that. So before that time comes, I hope you will start working on it, so at least you can take care of your county, and along with maybe state of Florida, or who knows, at national level. So that's on any of the hearing. Some of the general things I recommend to you all, or I recommend to all anyway, that if you feel it's bothering you something, I mean, we are intellectuals, educated. Take a piece of paper and write it down. Write it down as an article. And then submit to one of our experts. We have a writing forums where people are experts will review your write-up and make it perfected, and then go publish in your local newspapers. Writing and publishing, that's something every quarterly, if possible, you have to keep on writing. They will not accept it, but keep on sending it, because your writing will be miserable the first time you write it, but once you keep on doing it, you will slowly get better. Because once you write it, and if it gets published somewhere, all of a sudden that material will stay there for years to come, and you'll be leaving a legacy, your own legacy and your views. And so that is very important. The other important point is, let's say if it bothers you something, take a video, record your video yourself and release it. Releasing YouTube video, it's no big deal. For example, I was at one of the Catholic school, made a presentation, and in the end I asked the Catholic teacher, what kind of textbook you have? He says, I have a textbook. You want it? I said, you kidding? I love it. So I took up that textbook and start reading it. I found it, certain things, totally offensive. So I contacted some consultant that how should I approach it, just one person. They says, don't make that mistake. That many people does is that go with the banners and flag and all those, these publishers are wrong, they are anti-Hindu. No hala bolu. I just myself analyze it, videotape myself, give it to several consultants, they reviewed it, refined it. I took this, again make a final video and send it out to the publisher, that's St. Mary Press. And amazingly, less than 24 hours, St. Mary Press wrote it back, Dr. Amin, we are sorry. We have a new version coming up, and we're going to look into implementing all of them. Thank you for writing. So we will know where to focus on. Point is, just one person, one video could do miracle. But instead of that, if we took a big procession in front of St. Mary's Place and make a big posters and banners and shouting, they may have got upset that losers, what are you doing it? Hell with you. So point is, depending on the needs, there are so many ways working, and try your best. Some of the personal suggestions as a leader, I always tell people that Hindus, they get really boiled up about Hindu issues. And WhatsApp, oh, they keep on forwarding here, there, here, there, here, there. We waste so much time on WhatsApp forwarding messages. So what you are, you may be intellectual, but you are just being a mailman, delivering mail here, there, here, there. I get 500 WhatsApp message every day. Do you think I'm going to read it? So at least you leaders, when you write anything on WhatsApp, always think, am I creating something or I'm just being a mailman? No, I don't want to be mailman. Rather let somebody else do it. I have a very limited time. I will save my time. Always focus any issue. Am I creating something new? Because you are intellectual. That's what you should be doing it, not just running around. Definitely join interfaith groups, as I mentioned, and make friends with them, and they will teach you a lot of things how to handle in to fight Hinduism. For example, we have a Jewish group who are really very much happy and concerned about all those Jewish Hindus issues, and they are guiding us. You know, you do these things, try these things, try to publish it here, there, and same thing you could have with others. Uh, Also make a center of expertise. One person cannot do everything. So let's say Naresh ji is already interfaith these meetings. So he's the center person. So anything comes up, he's the one who steer through. This somebody could become a jail chaplain, other one. So you have already expertise. So when issue comes up, that's a center person's. So that way, that person and getting more expertise on it, and also we be more efficient working it. So ending my presentations, bottom line, what I told you is Hinduphobia, I don't have to tell you, but it is real. It comes in so many colors, which many of us, we don't realize it. So let's work collectively to fight with it. Definitely start jail chaplaincy program. That's very easy. Those who join, they will really get it. And it's a wonderful seva. So we should do it. Reach out to Interfaith Council, that's so vital. Interfaith marriages, again, plan that 2-hour session and immensely you will enjoy it. Open up to all parents, they will love it. And for Hindu phobia, work proactively. As I mentioned, that assume your county will plan that caste hearing and start working on it, assuming that way, start making team right now. So that way you get more refined, prepared for it. Also, I told you to be more efficient and work where it matters. For example, that I give you example of Catholic school book. Instead of including 20 people, I just work myself, and it's efficient use of everybody else's time. So, concluding, there is a lot more to do, but if we work efficiently and directly, we could win. We will win. I'm confident about it. So let's keep in touch. Best wishes. Thank you. Appreciate it. Open for any questions.
Thank you very much, Dilip Bhai. Yeah, go ahead, Captain.
Yes, namaskar once again, and thank you so much for such wonderful ideas, Dilip ji. I just want to let you know that at IHU, International Hindu University, we are now operating this university for a few years out of Lauderhill, and it's an online university. And we are imparting certificate and certification courses in chaplaincy, Hindu chaplaincy.
Yeah, I'm aware of it. Okay.
Yeah, equally well being used in for jail chaplaincy also. And our Swaminiji, who's giving these courses, who's the professor for this particular, or she's the dean of School of Divinity. She herself is an interfaith chaplain, and now we are looking into starting the courses for interfaith chaplaincy also. So maybe we can get some, guidance or assistance from you. I'll be in touch with you so that I can get some ideas about implementing and starting these courses in interfaith chaplaincy. Other Hindu chaplaincy courses are underway already.
Yeah. 2 points to that. There are two kind of chaplaincy. One is in the hospital chaplaincy, which is very rigorous. You have to go through 2 years of schooling, and like you mentioned, the jail chaplaincy, you don't need. Nobody asked me whether I have read Gita or not. So to go in the jail system, anybody can go in. So there is no limit. I would say to be a jail chaplain, don't wait for it. Just penetrate in your jail system and slowly. Some of those things you can do in jail chaplaincy is once you are inside part of it. You can plan Gandhi movie, or Diwali is coming good, or you plan routine yoga classes inside the jail. So jail chaplaincy is very easy. There is no formal education required. Hospital chaplaincy is a different story. Yes.
By the way, what kind of statistics do you find there, or percentage do you find of Hindu inmates as compared to the rest?
Yes, Hindu inmates are less, but still they are there. One of my friend was in prison just a year before. Happened to be a very good friend, but he was in. And he says he was many times he gets bored, and then this church priest comes in, and he was attending church sermons. So point is, just in January there was one Punjabi guy. He was feeling very depressed. Some 24 years old guy. He was very feeling depressed, so he wanted to get little sympathy. So I went and I said chit chat with him for 1 hour. He felt really good to talking to me. Point is, it's just being a shoulder to hear somebody's cry. No doubt. I mean, I cannot go in his legal issues, but it's so. There is no reason to wait for anybody for jail chaplaincy.
Dilip bhai, what is the exact wording they are using in this California college for this caste system? What are they putting down in the legal document when they are passing the law?
Basically, they have already discrimination policies, certain words that ancestry based and variety of kind of discrimination you can have. Addition to that, they are adding the caste thing. Again, they are following Equality Lab is the one who is driving it, so they are the one. So it's the same was in Santa Clara County. Some
So
wording.
when you apply, they ask for your caste, or how does it work?
It's a good question. No, there is a universities will not get into those things. It's only when somebody file a discrimination, they says yes, we have a policy. You cannot discrimination based on caste. But the point is, if you cannot discrimination on anybody's ancestry base or race, religion, anyway. So I mean, caste is already covered, but they just want to add because of equality labs and basically to defame Hinduism, that Hinduism has caste issue.
Yeah, all right.
I think it was an excellent presentation. I think lots of good points to consider and to get involved in.
Are you part of any interfaith councils where all the interfaith groups are gathering every monthly?
No, I'm not on a regular council member. I go when they invite me.
Is there anything other than time? Is there anything why you are not part of the council membership? Because they would love to have Hindus there, or in general, I have seen they are looking for people to join anyway. So I mean, to be member, they would love it anyway. So what is it stopping you becoming a member on a routine basis?
It's only the time.
I know. No, I understand that one. But at the same token, it would be good if you can find part of your temple community, find somebody and who can routinely pray. The advantage is once you are part of you, once you are meeting somebody month in and out, years together, slowly you build up so much friendship with that. You cannot just show up one time and start saying now start helping us for Hindu cause. You have to build up the trust. So that's why I'm saying that if you are busy, at least find out somebody else who may be able to go routinely, and you can go only once a while. Yeah.
First, I just wanted to compliment you for your selfless work. And I saw your YouTube and some of the website. I thought, it's so wonderful that somebody's dedicating so much of time, commitment, with such passion. So I really want to express my gratitude. Second, I wanted to ask you about, you asked a question with Dr. Pathak, why aren't you a part of Interfaith Council? I wasn't sure there was such a regular meeting going on.
They are.
If I knew, I would find that I have had the opportunity to speak to some of the interfaith groups in the colleges and universities. But that, like Dr. Pathak said, is only by invitation because they requested our temple and I just went and I spoke. And we are in a very good, Dr. Pathak is a very good presenter and we have a lot to say, which really touches a lot of young people when they really hit truly the Hindu philosophy is. We have been over 1,000 years misrepresented.
Yep, that's the point. Yeah.
And we have to fight 1,000 years, and that's not just non-Hindus, it's Hindus as well. And every Hindu has a very distorted version of what truly our teachings are.
Yeah.
And I was just talking even earlier to somebody, said, well, it was a Muslim guy. He said, well, you already have 140 crore or some gods. Why don't you accept one more? And I didn't understand. I said, no, it's not just there's one God. We believe there's nothing but the God. There's definitely one God. That means there's something else. We believe there's nothing but God. So to us, there's no number. Everything is God. But I think once we truly express the profound wisdom in our Vedic philosophy and Upanishads, it really touches the core. And I think one point that you very wonderfully touched, we cannot get emotional or we cannot get excited and start fighting. We lose the ground.
No way.
We have so much wealth of wisdom to share that will automatically draw younger people because they're already had it with Abrahamic faiths because it's my way or highway.
Yeah.
There's no logic. There's no, just you believe in it. We're not believers. We are seekers.
Yeah.
We are all seeking truth on our own terms.
So Chandrasekhar ji, I would highly recommend, why don't you join HinduSpeakers Bureau?
I would love to, but I also want to know locally, if you know who have these regular meetings, I will find time and go. Because I think it's very important to help you what you do. We all need to step in and do our part.
I found 2 interfaith councils in your area, so I will send it to Vinodji. And also you can join HinduSpeakers Bureau, and we have a 300 question answers already. Like this guy asked you questions, we have 300 question answers ready for you. So when you are asked questions, this is the answer. So
I have a question for you, Amin Bhai.
Yeah.
I know that this whole topic is going around Hinduphobia.
Mm-hmm.
And this quote-unquote phobia term has become very popular. Homophobia, Islamophobia, this phobia, that phobia. I don't know whether we should go under I'm just thinking loud. I don't know whether we have to join the bandwagon of Hinduphobia. I think we just basically want to correct some misconceptions.
Yeah, correct.
It might just sound, suddenly all of we sound the band, but everybody wants to, get mileage out of this, Hindu. I think the true misunderstanding about even our own people.
Yeah. Very true. Actually, that's very true. Yeah.
It's not necessarily they just don't know. They don't understand. It's too profound a wisdom that it just escapes a lot of people.
Yeah. Now, one point you made that you felt that I have done so much, achieved, and all that. The one thing I found it that I'm always positive. I don't get bothered by somebody making negative comments. And if you stay positive and you always focus, am I creating something new? And if you focus that way, you can achieve so many things. But if you end up getting trapped into complaining others, feeling depressed, feeling fighting with, or keep on being a mailman forwarding all over, you waste so much energy. Then you don't have time to left to. So yes, you can do a lot just by being efficient.
And one advantage we have in this country, if the right trend starts in this country, it will also be taken over in India.
Yep.
Because I think in India, there's a lot of misrepresentation of who we are and what we stand for.
Very good.
Unfortunately. And that's not going to help us. That's going to hurt us.
Chandrasekhar ji, please join Hindu Speakers Bureau.
Oh, they're very kind.
Yeah.
No, I vouch for what you're saying, that he is, both he and Pathak ji are very, very knowledgeable and very good public speakers, and they can express very well. They can get our message through in a very easy language.
Vinodji, on that point, the Hindu Speakers Bureau is not looking for the best of best speakers. Actually, there are many ladies who came by that, well, I have little kids, Dilipji. I said, don't worry, join it. And they never thought that they are speakers, but I put them to the very speaking assignment slowly and nurture them. And after 2-3 presentations, my God, they start making big presentations. My point is, there are many people who they think, I don't know enough about Hinduism myself. I never read Gita. I said, don't worry about it. Those who are not ready for it, will make them ready.
No, I think you said it so well, because we Hindus were kind of laid back people. When somebody come and say something bad about things, rather than being assertive and correcting it, not fighting, but politely saying what it is, we just take it as it is. We just laugh it out at times.
Yep.
And it is important that we start speaking up. And as I think somebody had said, that it is fine to know what the bad people they are going to do.
Yep.
But the worst is the people who are good people who keep quiet.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I have found that many interfaith leaders, even Muslims, and they come to my home for coffee, and high-level Muslim leaders. They don't feel offended. I don't feel offended. And when we get and chit-chat behind closed door for 1-2 hours, there is so much to gain from them. And we have to understand their viewpoints. They understand our viewpoints. And why we have to be fearful. Our religion is wonderful. It's a pluralistic religion. It looks great when you go on a stage and present it.
The one advantage we as Hindus have is that it's not, we don't say it's our way or the highway.
Yeah.
We are the only faith on this entire planet that said 5,000 years of Ekam Satya Vipra Bahudavadinte.
Yep. Yeah.
No other faith has said it.
Yeah.
They are very exclusivist, and we're very so I find very comfortable talking to Muslims and Christians, because I'm not against their faith.
Yep, it's true.
I am very much supporting what they're doing, because there are many paths to the same goal. Actually, I mean, why sometimes my own Hindu friends get upset at me because they feel I'm being too, in other words, they feel I should be attacking the other people a lot strongly, but I see no reason whatsoever, because that's not what Sanatana Dharma is. We are believing in universal eternal laws of spirituality, and they apply to everybody, whether they like it or not. I tell you, like laws of physics. If you sit by the edge of the roof, you're going to fall down, whether you like gravity or you don't like gravity.
Chandrasekhar ji, you are right. I am in minority who is saying that we need to work with them. They are nice people. There is no reason to fear about them. And if we be friend with them, they will help us, our cause. Many of the Hindu leaders don't believe any of what I say, and they are still skeptical.
I can understand that, because somehow the notion has gone that, and I understand why, because it's thousands of years of subjugation and exploitation, and there's a lot of pent-up anger, more so in India, and now it's our time now, we're going to give it back to them, but that won't help us.
Other point is, when your children, they're sitting on dining table and they know how you react. If they hear that you are saying that, look, these Muslims are bad, Christians are bad, Jews are bad, you know what they're going to think of you? You are racist. You lose credit with your own children. Forget it, anybody else respecting you. So that's why, but if you present it the way I'm talking about, everybody are nice. We just have to be...
I teach the senior class of a Balvihar, and I asked them a question about the interfaith marriage. We just discussed it openly. And there were practically mostly all the Hindu kids, and they all said, well, what's wrong? If you love somebody, it doesn't matter what faith they belong to. We can marry them. I didn't confront them. I said, do you have friends from other faiths? Let's discuss with them also. So they brought a Muslim girl next time. Very sweet. Asked everybody a question. All the Hindu people said it's perfectly okay as long as you love the person, it's a good character, there's nothing wrong with it. I asked this Muslim girl, was very sweet and very nice. They said, no, for us it's okay, but he will have to accept Islam because that's our law. I said, no, I understand. So you're respecting your law, that's perfectly fine. And everybody else, I said, do you understand? So, she's exactly doing what she's supposed to. She's not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
So when you do that, you have to recognize that, then you will have to change, convert, give up your faith. You should understand that. So it's not just a question of being somebody with a good character and good values. They have their values, and you have to recognize them before you take that step. Many Hindu people don't realize.
Not really.
They think that...
I have written 2 books on it.
It's not true.
I have written 2 books on it. Yeah, but back to your Balvihar, I'll be glad to talk to Balvihar. I have talked to any child 12 years and older, they are ready to listen about interfaith marriage discussion. I have given many presentations at Sakhas and many of the Balvihars.
So might get you on a video someday and talk to our kids. It'll be very nice.
Yeah,
that's Shekhar. When we have, he is one of the leaders for the Balvihar at the temple.
Yes.
And maybe once we are fully open on one of the assemblies, you can invite him remotely, and we'll be able to do. We can project on our screen.
Absolutely.
Vinodji, can we have contact information for Dilipji?
Dilip Amin at yahoo.com or Hindu.
I will email. I will email to everybody. And do me a favor, those who are present here, so nice of you, and just put a comment on the email I sent to everybody. So for the sake of those who missed today, they know what's going on here, and maybe in future we can have further. Now, since we can have it virtually, we can have anywhere in the world. But I think this is a good beginning, and I'm so happy.
Dr. Pathak has spoken at so many places, universities, and it's a joy to listen to him speaking. Wonderful.
And Rajesh Bhai is very quiet, but he worked in the county and the city, and he has
temple.
He's the...
And Dr. Mahajan has built a temple in South and doing a wonderful job for it.
Not me, many other people over here. I have just been...
Yeah, I mentioned about it earlier, but Rajesh Bhai, he brought some proclamation of Hindu Heritage Month to the temple.
Oh,
he
good.
started actually in Howard in the 90s from Commissioner in Fort Lauderdale, I think. Anyhow.
I have an interfaith case. It's a very clear. There is absolutely no reason you have to convert. Because if you want to change religion, go read 5-6 religion book and then only decide that which one is good. Children must be raised in 2 faiths. There is no, and there are many legal points I can show them. So they will, this Hindu Brahmin, if you came to me, she would have agreed that I will marry without converting. Right. So point is, I can give a 2-hour full lecture on it. I think on a separate time, I'll be glad to. And if you know in your community any such interfaith related questions, reach out to me. I will guide them stepwise.
Dilip Bhai, Manoharji's question is very valid. How is there any way you can recognize that certain people, they may be so nice, so friendly, and in the background they have been working against? There are 2 personalities. Is there any way you can?
It's a clear 2 point. One thing, Hindu is not going to convert. Second point, children will be raised in 2 faiths. We are pluralists. There is no reason for children to be raised only one faith. Children will not get confused. You be adamant on it. If you present it this way, Hindu side will buy into it because that makes sense. Barack Obama, his father was Muslim, mother was Christians, and he's a wonderful guy. Hindus, boys and girls will buy into it, but the Muslim will not. Right away you expose them. Look, are you jihadi or what? Are you love jihadi? What's your problem? Why you cannot tolerate pluralism? Why you cannot tolerate equality? Why Hindu has to be submissive? See, if you present it this way, the jihadi will run away. Yes, we don't have to. I'm not here to take any bullshit from Muslims. Let their Quran say whatever they want to. That's not our problem. That's their problem. Our children is not going to get converted. That's it. But there are ways of presenting it. Our major challenge is convincing our own sons and daughters in our own kitchen table. And that's where I will help you. And once you convince our son and daughter, there is no way our son or daughter is going to say, no, I don't believe in equality. I want to be submissive wife or husband, whatever. No way. No way they're going to say, I don't believe in pluralism. Islam is the only superior. Islam is the only way to go to heaven. No way. So I will tell you, and on top of it, we have to tell our kids that interfaith marriage, if there is a divorce, 10 years down the road, custody, child better for child, how are you going to have a child? You're not going to get your child if you converted and this. Right away, your son or daughter will get scared away. No, I don't want, because they have, divorce is always in their mind. Right away, they will say, okay, hell with, they will go and tell the other guy, I will not convert, do what you want. And your problem solved. But yeah, I will take full 2 hours and explain you how to explain to our Hindu. Don't worry, that's a separate point.
All right. Anything else? Anybody else? Any comments? All right. I think we'll conclude and spending time and enlightening us with various ways. Now, this will be making us more inquisitive to look into this, and hopefully it will kind of give us a sort of a path, which direction to go.
So I hope each of you will pick particular segment, 5 points I mentioned, and I'll be glad to work with you to proceed on those things. And it will be win-win for us. Thank you very much, all of you.
Look forward to talking to you more.
Okay. Please put your comments on the email, okay?
Yep, great.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.
Hariom.
Hariom.
Namaskar.